Hey beer tubers, it's Ryan. Thanks for joining me once again for another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. This is going to be day 3 of Christmas Beer Week. And we're going to look at Rogue's Santa's Private Reserve Ale. Rogue's up in Oregon. They're in Newport, which is on the coast. And this is the first beer I'm going to be reviewing by them on my channel. So let's get this thing open. It doesn't mention it on the bottle anywhere, but I believe it's a 6% beer. There is a lot of info on the bottle though about it, what malts and hops they used. And a good amount of the hops and malts they use are actually produced at Rogue. I know they have some farmland up there, and so they grow their own hops and grow their own barley. And I think they're actually putting in a malting floor up there, so all the barley they can grow, they can malt it. Now this is categorized as an American red ale or amber ale, and that's pretty much the color I'm getting on it. It isn't quite as dark ruby red as maybe I thought it might be. You are getting really nice ruby red notes up by the head, poured about a 1 finger kind of off-white head, and then towards the bottom of my glass I get a little bit of orange notes, but real nice looking beer. Let's get the nose on it. Good amount of subdued, kind of spicy hop character. Like on a really hopped up Pilsner, you kind of get that like sauce spiciness. I'm kind of getting that from this beer, and then some malt sweetness. I'm sure they're using a good amount of like caramel malts to get this color, and you kind of get that really nice sweet malt, caramel malt character on the nose as well. So far so good. Let's dig in. Cheers. That's tasty. It's a medium bodied beer. It finishes mostly on the dry side, at least first sip. And it's very well balanced. That's the first thing I noticed. It's very smooth, very well balanced. You do get sweetness, and you do get some hop bitterness as well, but everything balances out really nicely. As far as the hop character goes, you get like a nice spiciness and some pininess in there. They say they're using Chinook. Chinook tends to be falls in that category with pininess and kind of earthiness, and then they're also using a few varieties I don't think I've ever had, Revolution and Freedom hops, that they grow on their farm. So I'm not sure what characteristics they provide. Maybe they're variations on some of the Eastern European varieties. But yeah, there's a nice spice character, so it kind of does tie it into being a winterish type of beer. It reminds me a hint of Sierra Nevada Celebration, which tends to be a darker fresh hop / IPA beer. And this one, I mean, ABV wise is very similar. This one, I mean, the color wise is pretty similar as well. So if you like Sierra Nevada Celebration, you're going to really enjoy this one. This one probably isn't quite hopped as much as Sierra Nevada's, but they're very similar types of beers. This one just goes more into the red character with that really bready and caramel kind of malt sweetness up front, whereas in the Celebration you don't quite get as much malt character in it. So this beer's leaving some real nice lacing. The more I drink it, the more it warms up. Adding into that malt, that caramel and bready malt character, I start getting like just like a general kind of lighter fruit characteristic to it. It's something that you'll get a lot in British style ales, and I'm trying to put my finger on exactly what it might be, but it's not quite reminding me anything other than that character I get in a lot of the British style like ESBs and bitters that you get when you ferment them at higher temperatures. But this is a really nice drinkable beer. I'll post the ABV. I believe it's around 6%. So you can still have a decent session on it, but I mean, it's definitely above average beer. American Reds are definitely probably an underappreciated style among a lot of the craft beer drinkers, and I think this is a really good example of one. It's got very nice balance with the malts and the hops. There's plenty of flavors going on to keep you interested, and just a really, I think, well done beer by Rogue. Maybe this doesn't quite fit into a typical Christmas ale, which might be more spiced or darker, but you do get enough spice characteristics from the hops on this one. And if you're a fan of Sierra Nevada's Celebration, pick this up, see how it compares. I kind of find they have some nice similar qualities. I'm going to have to give this one a B+. In terms of being like a very sessional, drinkable beer, this is perfect. I mean, you could easily, I think, have a session on this beer. It's very drinkable. So that's Rogue Santa's Private Reserve Ale. And yeah, it's a really nice American red ale, which I am very much enjoying. So until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.